Hey guys, this is Rob Does Everything here, and today we're talking about a conditional tornado and severe weather threat for a majority of the state of Florida. Now, real quickly before we get started, I wanted to say that just about 95% of you guys are not subscribed to the channel, and every subscriber for a small channel like mine counts. So please, if you like the content, hit subscribe down below. It's free, and you can always unsubscribe at any time. So let's get right into the weather. Now, we're looking at the Storm Prediction Center, which has issued a marginal severe risk for a majority of the state of Florida, not including the Panhandle. They've outlined the chance of some pretty strong shear with some low-level moisture Tuesday morning. Although the threat is extremely conditional. I mean, the models are not picking up great on this threat. A lot of the northern edge of this is just, I mean, it's very conditional, very conditional. Now, if some storms can really get going in this environment, we could have a chance of a couple tornadoes, maybe only one or two here or there, but I don't think we'll see any upgrades from the Storm Prediction Center. I think this will stay at 2% risk because a lot of the models, especially the short-term models, just don't look all that good. Speaking of models, we're gonna head over and check out first we're going to check out this little shortwave trough coming through. Now you can see I talked about this in one of my previous videos. This is a trough. Looks like it's kind of more positively tilted, neutrally tilted. As it moves on, it tilts more negatively, but this is what is causing this severe weather threat. I talked about this in one of my earlier videos. Anytime you have a trough like this moving through, you're almost always going to have severe weather. I mean, you have 60 knots of shear, 50 knots in majority of areas. That wind shear is going to aid those storms to become severe, maybe even possibly tornadic if they can be discrete, or even if we can just get a quick spin up. But we can see quickly as this moves out, the system kind of just falls apart. Now we'll go ahead and move over to the dew points because I think this is something that is actually pretty lacking considering it is Florida. We'll go ahead and move through all the way through Tuesday, and we can see kind of getting into midday Tuesdays whenever we are at maximum on the dew points. We've got 60s here, some lower 50s up into the Panhandle, and I mean, this is where all of the focus is, kind of below this line right here. Everywhere down here is where the focus is for this severe weather. Next, we'll go ahead and look at the convective allowing model. So all of this is done on the HER model, which is one of the shortest range models that we have. And as you can see, it just looks very, very messy, right? Looks like you have some intense, probably thunderstorms down here. We can take a look at the soundings, but really doesn't look all that good. You have some moderately decent directional shear through here, but the only problem is our cape's pretty low. Just the storms look really messy. I mean, especially in a storm mode like this that's more linear, more of a multicellular sort of MCS cluster, you're not gonna really get any super strong storms. Now right in this pocket, looks like it probably has the best chance to produce severe weather here. You can see again some pretty solid directional shear in the lowest levels, but again some like not great cape. I mean, by no means is this a very decent setup. I think that we may have maybe a couple tornado warnings. I would honestly doubt, given some of the shorter term models, that we will have too much of a tornado threat, but if you live in this area, just keep an eye out. So that wraps up the severe weather for tomorrow. A very conditional tornado slash severe weather event. Just if you live in the state of Florida, make sure you keep an eye on warnings, watches, whatever happens. And lastly, we'll go ahead and check out the SPC's day 4 to 8 outlook, as they're talking about possibly day 5. There is a trough that will possibly be progressing through the northern states. And then they're also talking about the possibility of a lower latitude may evolve into day 8, Monday or Tuesday of next week. So some things to keep an eye on. Nothing that looks maybe outbreak worthy, but we could still have some severe weather to end off the month of December, which has been a crazy month so far. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like the video if you liked it, and I will see you all on the next one. Stay safe out there. Peace out.